Have you guys been looking for some good 70s party inspiration? Believe me, so did I. I searched far and wide all over YouTube, Pinterest, Google, you name it. And I gotta tell you, it was pretty difficult coming up with ideas for a classic and retro 70s party theme. But we did it and we pulled it off. Welcome to the party. Step back into the 70s and watch us as we transform my house into a groovy place to chill and our garage into an epic 70s disco. But first, we're going to get started on an incredible dessert table. By the way, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you make it till the end and you find exactly what you're looking for. If you want to see some of the DIYs that I made in this video, please watch my 70s DIY video. But first, watch this one. Alright, I hope that this intro grabbed your attention. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be filming today, because there really isn't much for you guys to see. I'm just basically going to be prepping everything that I need. I'm not sure all what I'm going to get done today, but I know I need to bake off some cookies. I need to make some cake, you know, buttercream, icing, filling, all that stuff. I didn't really record too much on this day because there really wasn't much for you guys to see. This is just my baking prep day where I make my buttercream and my fillings, I bake my cake, and then I also cut and bake my cookies. But this step is key to being successful, especially when you're on a time crunch. I used to know a girl who baked just like me, and she would do everything from start to finish on one day. And so she'd get up really early at like 6 in the morning, which I still do, but she wouldn't end her day until like 2 or 3 in the morning. And she would be exhausted. And I don't suggest doing that. I think that it's important for you to take your time. I know that it's still going to be a long day and you're still going to be tired, but it's important to get that rest time in. So I always wake up early. I get all of what I need to get done in the day when I have all of my energy to spend. I mean, even with 4 days, it still was a lot. But that was because we were not only making treats, but we were decorating and we were also making the food. So there was a lot to do this week, especially because we were decorating inside the house and in the garage. I want to see if this is going to work out, only because I've made something similar to this before. You might have seen the recipe where you take Cool Whip and you mix it in with a packet of Jell-O pudding mix and it makes like this mousse. Well, I used to make that all the time, and I actually did it by making my own whipped cream, and then I added in the pudding mix and it turned into like a mousse. I thought maybe if I use this Wilton whipped icing mix and then I added the pudding mix into it, but then I mixed in some actual cream cheese, if it would give it a little bit more stability and also a little bit more cream cheese flavor. So I'm going to take this out of here, put it in a container, and then I'm going to add my cream cheese into here, and I'm going to add a little bit of powdered sugar, probably just about a cup, and then I'm going to fuse them together. Okay, so that looks about right. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off, and I'm going to add this in here. I will say that if you were going to make this as a whipped topping, it probably would need some vanilla in it. It does fall a little flat for me. Let's see, I'm going to kind of fold it in slowly on the first speed. And then I'm going to scrape the sides down. I don't want to overbeat this or overmix it. I just want it to get fully combined. I'm going to let it go a little further. Maybe I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's starting to form some bubbles, and I don't want it to have too many bubbles in it.
See, now it looks more like the mousse that I was telling you about. This right here is not too sweet at all. I'm a little cut off. Oh, it is 5:15 in the morning. Good morning, guys. I have a long day ahead of me, so I'm getting started where I have a little bit of extra time and I want to get started on these cookies. I'm probably going to try and do the base layer today, and then tomorrow I'll probably try to finish up the decorations. I'm confident that these cookies are going to look good. I have about 3 dozen and a couple extra to do, and they look relatively easy. The only ones that are going to be kind of hard is probably the bug and the rainbows because of the lining and stuff, but I think I can do this. So let's go. Let's see how far I can get in about an hour.
There's my sleep schedule again. This is so overwhelming. Yeah. It's just a phrase before I come back.
So just as I expected, I didn't get very many done. So I got to test at least one of each cookie. I mean, obviously that one's not even remotely ready. That one needs finished. These are just the base. The rainbow, I'm going to try a different technique next time. I don't really like the way that one came out. I'm hoping that one comes out better. That's my second try. And then that one looks really cool. I'm hoping that it's going to look good once it's finished. So everything is turning out pretty good, but I'm going to be needing a lot of time to get these cookies done today. Okay, so I've been like sneaking in like minutes here and there, but basically I just wanted to show you what I did between these two cookies, what I did differently, because see how they're kind of like, there's no line, there's no like, they're just like muddled in together, and I didn't notice that there was like an air pocket there, so there's like a big gap, but I'm going to try to fix that later. But instead of doing it all at once, I decided to separate them and let them dry a little bit before I go in with the middle layers. I think that's going to make it look less like messy. Good morning, guys. It is 7:43 in the morning on Thursday, and today is going to be a big day. We're kind of just going to be scattered all over the place, and I only have this camera, which is my phone, and my, keep wanting to call it an Epson, but it's not. It's the Kodak Pix Pro, which is a POS. So I'm working with what I have. I know I've said this many times, I'm sorry, but I just want you guys to understand why the pictures are sometimes not very clear and the sound quality is not so good, and it's just, I'm just trying my best, okay? I'm working with what I have until I can get something better. And since I have Danielle coming over later today to help me out. She's going to be packaging them all up for me. Say hi, Danielle. I need to go out in the garage and kind of help delegate, make sure that my stuff is not in their way, and be able to help move things around and do things that they might need help with, and just kind of like go back and forth between helping them and doing what I got to do. And then tomorrow we got another whole entire day. So this is going to be 2 long days, and hopefully this video comes out good. I've had these sitting in my pantry for like the longest time. I think that I was supposed to make some cake pops for my sister's work one year, but she didn't want me to do anything too elaborate. So I've been saving these for like forever. I'm gonna make cake pops in 2 ways. I'm gonna make half of them sitting and half of them standing. And these are gonna be the ones where they're sitting down because I can't stand these because of the decoration that's on them. So yeah, I think that I'm going to start off with my chocolate one because this is gluten-free and I don't want any cross-contamination. I'm just going to go ahead and get started mixing up my cake pop dough, and yeah, we'll see how far I get today.
If you are ever so interested in knowing what I used for this dessert table as far as packaging goes, you are more than welcome to check out my 70s birthday party planning video. It's called Just the Plan, and it's my last one that I just did. I go over everything that I bought off Amazon for these treats.
Alright, it's going to up here.
That was loud.
Oh, you okay? You know what?
You gonna fight with it?
These white ones.
Don't forget the one on the couch. Yep. All done.
Okay, so we went into the garage, we sorted everything out, we know where everything is going, and so right now what they're doing is they're putting the backdrop up on the back of the garage, and that's where like the main focal point is going to be. So they're setting up like this whole Soul Train kind of thing up there. While they're doing that, I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to finish up my vanilla cake pops. These ones are going to be a little bit different, but let me show you what the gluten-free chocolate cake pops look like. They are sweating a little bit because I did have to end up putting them in the freezer because they were falling off the stick. So I did lose one, but I have an even amount, which I like better. Some of them are not so pretty, like this one right here. It's kind of messed up. But I don't think anyone's really going to care. You know, I'm trying not to be too hard on myself. They are a bit lumpy, but they look cute either way, and she was happy with them. I am just mixing up some white chocolate with some blue chocolate in there to kind of give it like a muddled blue color. And then I'm going to be covering the entire cake pop with this coarse like sanding sugar. I feel like this is going to make it look kind of like a disco ball. Alright, so here's what we got so far. They did 2 backdrops, so they got the Soul Train going over here with a really pretty silver metallic looking disco balls. They're hanging down. I think I'm going to put balloons on each side. I'm not sure yet. Just trying to put everything up first. And then we got the Disco Fever Boogie backdrop here. Looks super cool. I still am debating if we're going to put the couch up against the wall or if we're going to move that somewhere else. And then we're just going to fill in any gaps with some black table covers and balloons. So this whole garage is going to get decked out. There's not going to be any part of this garage that is not going to be covered with something. Okay, we finally made it. 2 balloons. So she's been blowing up all these balloons by mouth. You got like a good 15 here, huh?
3 every
3 of every color. So we have the metallic ones this time, and just so you know, all of these balloons are on Amazon. Yeah, later on I'll probably use other balloons, and then we got some foil balloons from Walmart, but mainly we get a lot of our balloons from Amazon. So I'm thinking to do something a little bit different this time. We're gonna do really long topiaries or posts. So they're gonna sit on the floor and they're gonna go all the way up to the ceiling, one on each side, kind of like pillars. But I have yet decided how I want to do this. So should we do like maybe do sections of colors so we can take these. I need one more of these purple ones. Easy pattern. This is like an easy pattern because I've tried so many ways to make a spiral and make all the colors kind of like spiral with each other, but it's very hard, which I'm still learning. I'm still going to try and figure that out. But instead, I think I'm just going to do it one color at a time, and I'm just going to start stacking them.
Everybody knows there's gonna be hard times. Everybody knows they're always up ahead. So trouble don't knock on my door unless you're
Let me close the blooms.
There's a lot of secret hiding places in here, Shelly.
Right? You gonna play hide and seek?
Right?
You guys, we only have one more day left to get this party put together, and it's like 4:30 in the morning right now. And I am gonna admit that I didn't really do a whole lot of help with decorating the garage yesterday. Kind of just let Crystal do her thing, and she did a pretty good job. Her and her friend Mandy, they went into the garage and they just filled the entire garage. All the walls are covered. It doesn't even look like my garage anymore, but it's not finished, so I'm not going to show you what we have done yet. I did do 2 balloon pillars, and one of the balloons on the top is not staying inflated, so I have to figure out how to fix that. Wow, look at these cupcakes. Look at these domes. They look so beautiful. I love it when they're this thick, this high. It's really hard to get cupcakes like this, especially when you're doing it from scratch. So I'm glad that I have help from a box. It's because I live on propane. So for me, I'm still learning how to do cupcakes. It's not my forte, but I'm just really impressed with this gluten-free chocolate cake mix. It's the Full Circle brand. I get mine at Stater Brothers. And we've already done a taste test because I did make other cupcakes, but the cupcakes came out very flat because I didn't fill up the pans very high. So I only got about 16 cupcakes here. I could have stretched it out to 18, but I'm really glad that I kind of like overfilled the pans because these domes are just so beautiful. The next cupcakes that I'm doing is the Betty Crocker Super Moist Vanilla Cake. What I did is I added an extra egg, and then I replaced, instead of oil, I used a 1/3 cup of margarine, which I use Imperial. It's my favorite butter to use with propane. And then instead of water, I used powdered buttermilk mixed in with water. So this is how I made my vanilla cake pop dough, and it was so good. We taste tested the cake before we made the dough, and it was so moist, so delicious, and you couldn't even really tell that it was box cake mix. So I did the same thing for the cupcakes, and let's see how they turn out. You're done. You're done. Yes, they are. Beautiful. Not nearly as beautiful as these chocolate ones, but chocolate always comes out better, you guys. I don't know what it is about chocolate cupcakes or cakes in general, but chocolate always comes out better than vanilla. Okay, so this is why I save all of my royal icing until the very end. I do not throw them away until I know for sure I don't need them anymore, because my favorite thing to use them for is to drizzle things. I could have went a little bit thicker with the lines, but whatever. I just wanted to add a little bit of extra something to these cake pops to make them look nicer. All right, guys, I have to pump up the jam. I was gonna make myself a Celsius for a little bit of energy, but I realized I haven't eaten anything today, so it's probably not a good idea that I have any more caffeine. So I think that I'm going to just instead make some collagen mixed with some liquid IV, and I'm only going to do about half in this cup because it's a little bit too strong for this amount of water. In fact, you know what? I should probably just do this instead. That way I can get the entire liquid IV. I did this while we were at Cali Vibes, and it was delicious, but you have to use the tangerine one. And the sugar-free lemon one is good like this too, but the tangerine one is so much better. But you need a lot of water because this can be pretty strong. So I put a whole one of these liquid IVs in here. I put a scoop of my collagen powder. And then I am going to put like a bunch of Crystal Light, which this one's empty. Yesterday my diet was not good at all because all I did was snack all day. And I probably had way too much sugar, so this is gonna help with that. I just want to make sure that I'm fully hydrated and I won't have the need to want foods that I shouldn't be eating. And also it's going to probably help me with my energy levels because I am tired and I've noticed that my face is really puffy. So this is going to help rehydrate make my skin feel a lot better and hopefully make me get some better sleep tonight, because this is way better than over caffeinating myself. Today it seems like we are doing great timing, but I don't have any time to waste because this is our last day to get everything done. So we're gonna be like chickens with our head cut off, but I wanted to look good because I don't want to be a dud. I want to be a stud, you know, like a diamond stud. I killed myself. Big clump of protein powder. Oops. It's so delicious though.
She's here! She came to greet me at my car. She tried jumping in.
Roxy Foxy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She tried jumping in.
Oh, I got scared because this morning when I went out to take the kids, she wasn't out there. And I'm like, where's Roxy? And she came out running to me. Yeah. All right, so right now I'm doing cupcakes and cake at the same time. So what you could do, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you to work as soon as you walk through the door. It's just we are on limited time today and I want to get it done quick. You could start wrapping up those cake pops.
So all I'm going to do is just finish filling up my cupcakes with this cream cheese mousse filling. This filling is super delicious, but I think I'm going to have to try it as a cake filling one day because it just wasn't enough in these cupcakes and it needs to be a star of the show in a cake. But I want to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with you guys while I work here. And first of all, if you're still here, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending time out of your day to be here. I hope that I bring you joy or motivation or whatever else it is that you need in this moment in time. And I know that my videos can be super long sometimes, and I could be a little bit too ambitious at times. And I even debated if I wanted to cut this video into 2 parts, but I really just needed to get this up and uploaded. But what I want to say is that I am very passionate in what I do. I love party planning because I enjoy the art behind it. And I get so much enjoyment just by creating things with my 2 hands. I've always believed that our hands are very creative tools. So being able to produce something with them is just a blessing that is a godsend to me. And although I can be a little too ambitious or a little over creative and I want to do too many things, it's not really to show off or anything like that. I know that there's a lot of you out there who think that this is too much work. I've had comments from people telling me I couldn't do that. That's just too much. I never intended to post this stuff on YouTube so that you guys could do it all, okay? I know that it's not for everybody. A lot of people like plain and simple, and believe me, I do too. But this isn't an every party kind of situation. This is for, you know, important events like my 40th birthday, my friend Crystal's husband's 50th birthday, or even my kids' birthdays. Their birthdays only land once a year, and I didn't get to celebrate my birthday growing up. So I'm going to do everything that I can to make my kids happy. And I love coming back and watching these videos months or a year or 2 years later, especially for moments like this.
Check this girl out over here. Look at her. Look at her. She's eating a cookie with buttercream.
Did you see that? Did you see the smile and excitement on her face as she ate a simple cookie with buttercream on it? I made someone happy today. You know, those kind of little things make me happy. I am definitely a person that loves to people please, but I love to please people who appreciate me. Danielle, Crystal, Roberto, my husband, Ramon, And of course, I can't forget about Christine and Dawn. They all appreciate everything that I do, and this is why I do it, and I love sharing it with you guys. And even if my videos are long, you don't have to watch it all. Or maybe you like watching my videos, but you don't have to take all of my tips and tricks. You don't have to do everything that I do. I just know that when I started watching YouTube, it was when I started baking, and I enjoyed watching people create things, and I would get lost in videos. And now I watch YouTube like I do TV because I love getting to know people, and I enjoy watching people create things with their hands. And I will continue creating videos just like this one. Even if no one is watching, I do it for myself and for my friends because this is an amazing memory, and I want to create more and more memories just like this one. But if you're here along for the ride and you want to watch my journey, I want to thank you so much because you guys are my true diamonds.
Found pasties.
Don't just stand there, let's get to it. It's like the code, there's nothing to it.
Making out Saturday night. Music loud and now the groove is right. Changing up, never uptight. Gonna boogie all the way. Who's that lonely guy? Get him on the dance floor.
We have been planning this party for about a year. Talking, I should say. This is something that has been in the plans for like a long time. And originally I was like, I want to throw this party for Ramon. But then I got to thinking closer and closer to it. And I was like, Crystal, I don't want to take all the credit for this because essentially this is your husband and it's his 50th birthday party. And I want it to be memorable for him. So I want you to be the mastermind. I'm just going to offer up my house. I'm going to let you do whatever you want, and I'll help you with whatever you need. We always do shopping together, and we always plan together. Of course, she always got my advice, and she showed me the things that she wanted to buy and asked me how I felt about them, and I gave her my input, but mainly all of these ideas were hers, and a little bit of a splash of mine, and the balloons are mine, of course. So I definitely can't take the credit for all of this hard work that was put in. But I will say that this part was my idea. I wanted this hallway to look like you're walking through a disco ball. So I wanted to originally use the fringe curtains that I found at Walmart, but I could not find them anywhere. Thankfully, I found these ones on Amazon, and they are perfect. They look just like disco balls. And I love that iridescent rainbow hue to them. It just really stood out in the hallway, and I loved it. I just wish that I would have gotten footage of the black lights that really illuminated them. But if you remember my 80s birthday party, we used the same exact glow party backdrop because we love using or incorporating old decorations in with new decorations. It was just like that. So if you haven't seen that video, I highly suggest that you go check that one out. So this idea is kind of like a combination between Crystal and my idea. Basically, I found a set of records on Amazon. I think it came with like a set of 15. And I didn't realize until they came in the mail that they were real records, with real bands and songs on them, and you could actually play them on a record player. So I definitely kept these afterwards because they are collector's items, and I was surprised how cheap they were too. But what I was originally going to do was I was going to string them together and use them as hanging decorations, but we decided to put them in this area where there was some empty space, and we all wrote band names and lyrics that are memorable to Ramon and Bubba. The next thing we're going to do is set up our kitchen area to be the living room area. We did this because we don't have a whole lot of space in our living room to seat 16 to 20 people, but I didn't want the walls to be plain, and I wanted the living room area, quote unquote living room area, to look like a 70s living room. So I found these tablecloths or table covers from Amazon, and to me they look very 70s-esque because of the flowers that are on them. And I used the she's distracting me. I'm so sorry, Crystal, you're hilarious. We're all tired, you guys. So we ended up using the fringe curtains as like seam hiders, and I was originally going to put some balloons up there, but I was just too tired, so I didn't end up doing that. But I think it looks great how it is. It definitely added character into the kitchen. And then we also created vases with some flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree just to jazz up the area a bit.
Right, this one right here?
Yeah.
Oh, you doing that face?
At this point, it's close to midnight, I believe, maybe around 11, and so we only had about another hour to work because we did not want to stay up later than midnight, knowing we were going to have to get up early the next day. So we're frantically trying to put up the backdrop in the living room, and I'm working on these balloons. And this is the last balloon arch that I'm going to be working on. I didn't get a whole lot of footage of this process. I know that you guys like watching me inflate balloons and blow them up with my mouth and stuff like that, but I really just needed to focus on this party because we were running out of time. But after this, we are done for the night, and all we have left to do tomorrow is set everything up.
Oh,
set the world on fire. Shelly set the world on fire.
Is it not gonna go up? Too heavy? Why is it lighting up? There we go. There goes the light. Come on, why aren't you floating? Oh no. He's trying to. There goes that one. I don't know why this one isn't floating. I'm gonna have to be careful with that one because Crystal's allergic to latex. Go on, go. Go. Yeah, I feel like these have weight. They're weighted down. Well, I'm not gonna continue wasting my helium if this isn't gonna work, so bummer. All right, guys, well, I guess this is it. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. Our guests are starting to get here. I want to thank you so much if you guys have been here with me since the beginning of all of this 70s party series. I know it was a lot, but I hope that it gave you some motivation or inspiration to try some of these things with your own party. My guests are about to arrive and I'm pretty much done with everything that I need to get done. So all we need to do now is just get started on our party. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you in my balloon popping video. Bye. Sorry, you know I gotta do it.
You gotta go all the way to Don over there.
this town.